Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Dungeon Rush is a real-time kind of like dungeon battler game, but don't let the real-time run you off just yet. This is a family game, or perhaps a party game, where you're going to have a couple cards. One will represent your left hand, one will represent your right hand. And as monsters come out, they're going to require certain icons in order to beat them. Now you can combine both by putting both your hands on top of a monster and utilizing all of those icons, but you're probably not going to win the game doing that. Instead, you're going to be putting your left hand out for your left hand hero and your right hand on different monsters and defeating those. And if you defeat them, they're going to give you upgrades that will give you even more icons as the game progresses, because the monsters will get harder and harder and harder as you dive deeper and deeper into this dungeon. Now there are ways to die in this game, but you're going to be trying to utilize this to score as many points as possible. And you're going to look at your icons and think about, what can I get? People are going to put their hand out, and they might slap you on top of the hand, so be aware of that. But that part of the game is all going to occur in real time. Then you kind of have a breathing period where you can upgrade your character based on who you defeated. You'll be scoring points, etc., and going through this. So very light, very easy to teach. My copy, the artwork is okay. There's some females and males on both sides, so if you're into that, especially if you're playing like with your family. My daughter likes to be girls, my son likes to be boys. It's nice to be able to flip those over and have the different combinations, not just the different icons that are going to be on that. And each of the characters are going to give you different icons, so they all have an inherent value to them that's better or worse than the others, depending on what monsters come up. And you'll be upgrading your characters to be a little bit unique, and that's going to be a lot of fun for them also. So this has been a big winner for us, but it's very light. It does have the real-time aspect, and it's quick to teach. Just don't expect anything too deep, or upgrading your characters a little bit, but you're getting extra icons of what you're really doing. The theme is kind of pasted on, but this one works, and we've had a lot of fun with it. Keeper for us. Here is Dungeon Rush, published by Stronghold Games. You can see it's a little small box, and quite frankly, probably larger than it needs to be. You're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. I think the box is this side mainly for these heroes. Now, the hero's going to be played with artwork. She's smiling and stuff. They just look silly as can be. One good thing about it is each gender on each side, male and female, if you care about that sort of thing. You can see the icons clearly at the top and the bottom of these. You're also going to have some monster cards that will come out. All the icons require the points, and etc. Clearly put on here. You're either going to like this artwork or you're not, but it's obviously played for a family environment. But some of it's really cool, I think. So, generic fantasy theme, dragons and paladins and swordsmen and elves and dwarves and witches and etc. That's what you're going to get here. Here's the rule book, which you can see is the object of the game. A picture with setup. There are components, but no pictures of the components. It's going to come through, it's going to break down the cards over here with pictures and a little bit of an example down here, but each of the icons are showcased. And then this will be where you play the actual game. It's showing you how the hands are utilized in it, which is nice, and then checking for victory, and it'll tell you the end game scoring that you'll have here. I found the rule book to be very good. I didn't have any problems or questions after playing it, and I think they did a very good job with it. So everybody's going to pick a couple of heroes, and you can choose whatever gender that you want. So let's say you end up with something like this. Now this one on your right will be your right hand as you're playing. The one on your left will be your left hand. Then you're going to have these cards, and they'll have like ages on the back. So there's some 2s, you're going to have some 3s, and you're going to have some 1s. So you're going to play a number of rounds with the 1s, number of rounds with the 2s, and then a number of rounds with the 3s, and etc. So what's going to happen is everybody's going to be dealt 2 cards, and at the same time, everybody will flip their cards over. I'm just going to do it like this so you can easily see. Let's say you're playing a 2-player game here. And then what you'll be able to do is look at the icons that you have. So I have 1 mask and 3 swords. So you can put your left hand down on a card, and that's saying the swordsman's going to fight because I'm using my right hand. Now there's nobody that, an arrow and a mask, there's nobody here that she can fight, so I'm not going to put my hand down. What I could have also done, if I wanted this one, was go here to Death Cultist with both my hands, showing that I'm using both these heroes to fight this one. So if you fight somebody and you correctly fight them, then you can put them under your card and you're going to have the additional icons that are on it. Sometimes you'll score coins or victory points for it. But this one in here happens to be wild, so I can put it on any side that I want, kind of like this. You know, if I had won this one, I could have put it down here, and he would have now have a wand, 3 swords, and an arrow. And I can put on either one I want, no matter what I buy it. If for some reason you got it wrong, and you don't have the capability to beat it, you put it on this side, and it'll be negative points at the end of the game. At the end of the game, you're going to have a couple of these cards, and these will be out, and they'll be flipped over. At the end of the game, you can choose which one of these you want to fight based on the rewards you can get, and everybody can kind of fight these if you can so defeat them. After that, after you decide if you can defeat one of them, you will score up any points that you have. The victory points are shown by coins. Whoever has the most victory points will be the winner of the game. That's a quick overview of how you play Dungeon Rush. Who should buy this game? I really like this game for families. I like this game as a light filler for adults, but I think families is really, or people who like party games, who want to slap down a table in real time and get the icons and stuff. It's not a thinker, so it's not going to tax your brain. You can literally play this with anyone, but it's going to be something that brings a lot of fun to the table, laughs, and memories. Remember that time? When you talk about this game, that sentence will come up quite a bit. For us, it's a keeper. We're having a lot of fun with this one with our family. I think that the aspects of it, the artwork, the icons, the graphic art on it is all well done, and I think it's a keeper for us.